Hi, y'all. It's Tuesday, November 25th, and it is our last full day at this beautiful apartment. We've done most of our move now, and everything has been in their boxes, and most of it's done, so thank God it's almost over. Overall, I'm gonna miss this place. This place was a really nice break. It was kind of a nice pit stop for me to kind of gather my thoughts, gather my energy, gather my time and my energy back to myself. And so this place will definitely be missed. Thankfully, my new spot isn't too far from this current spot, and so I'll probably come by and visit my old roommates. So yeah, I'm very grateful for this apartment space when I did find it, and the cheap rent, which I'm gonna miss. But I'm excited for my new home with my new roommate who's also my close friend. So it'll be a brand new chapter, but also the end of the chapter of my 28th year of living here. 28 was a brutal experience. Truly, 28 is 28 was rough. Saturn's return truly kicked my booty, my ass for 28. And 28, I'll probably look back on it with wonder, fear, laughter. It'll definitely be a fun story to tell. But experiencing 28 was fucking brutal. I do not want to experience 28 ever again. So, on to 29 next month. So I'm still reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. And there was two quotes that I really liked. So the first one. So this is based off of one of the characters. He's been part of a play, and it's basically a final monologue, and it talks about relationship. And so it goes, "But don't you understand, Amy? You're wrong. Relationships never provide you with everything. They provide you with some things. You take all the things you want from a person, sexual chemistry, let's say, or good conversation, or financial support, or intellectual compatibility, or niceness, or loyalty, and you get to pick 3 of those things. 3. That's it. Maybe 4 if you're very lucky. The rest you have to look for elsewhere. It's only in the movies that you find someone who gives you all of those things. But this isn't the movies. In the real world, you have to identify which 3 qualities you want to spend the rest of your life with, and then you look for those qualities in another person. That's real life. Don't you see the trap? If you keep trying to find everything, you'll wind up with nothing." And then the other character goes, "So what did you pick?" And the person who gave the monologue was saying, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, I don't know. Last week when I was talking about relationship and then basically reading that passage made me think, I'm like, maybe a relationship, for some reason I always thought if you're in a relationship, it was gonna fulfill a part of you. Like something that you've never saw in yourself, someone else would see it in you. And so I always thought relationship was a like completing factor to yourself, but I think maybe relationships are more, they bring like a new light, a new point of view for you to look at, if that makes sense. I don't think there really is ever a perfect relationship. I think a good relationship is just constant communication, constant just opening up the floor and just talking and just seeing where the other person's at and just choosing them over and over again, day by day. So yeah, that was the first passage that I just really thought about and read and just made me think about what I want from a person, and that relationships aren't truly everything. They're definitely a good addition to a life, but it's not everything. So, and then there was another quote about friendship. It's very short, but it says, "Wasn't friendship its own miracle, the finding of another person who made the entire lonely world seem somehow less lonely. So I read that and I was like, that was like very sweet. I was thinking about how I'm truly very lucky to have found friends that made living this life very less lonely. Because I definitely could have lived this life alone. I'm very independent by myself, but I think finding friends and experiencing life with them is truly a gift. So it makes each day more exciting. It makes time go by slower. Having like a really good friendship is really, makes life worth living more, even when things get hard. So I am very grateful for good friends, and that friend quote just made me think of all my friends. Because I've been moving so much, I've just been spending so much time alone, and now that like the volleyball season has been over, I haven't seen a lot of my friends, and so I don't know, I'm just missing my friends a lot more. But once this move happens, I feel like things will go back to normal, or things will go back to what they were. I had to momentarily stop my project because packing has been my main energy source, and so I'm excited to like repaint again. I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna realize painting, or the practice of painting and the practice of art, is truly a habit that I need to kind of keep pushing through even when I don't want to do it. And I'm gonna have to somehow, I think day by day, even if it's like 5-10 minutes a day, just really hone in that habit into my daily life, and so that it becomes second nature to me. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do for my next goal, my next thing. I'm actually finally taking time to look at other jobs. I think right now my head's heading towards like museum jobs, either being part of like an exhibition team or helping an exhibition, because that way if I'm in a museum and I'm helping put up work, I'm surrounded by creativity all the time, and so I kind of want to experience that. I think I would have to start learning like art movements, or just at least art history, just so I can get a grasp of just general art knowledge. So I'm gonna try to start looking for jobs like that. I think the hard part is, since I don't have a car anymore, I'll either have to Uber or take 2-hour bus rides to downtown LA or like West Side museums. And so I think that's a plan, an idea I just had, because this current job, even, I think I said this like 3 months ago, this current job is not it. And my new place, the rent has just increased, so I think this will help me just like actually go for what I want, because for some reason I'm always like stuck. Like I don't really put in the time or the effort to actually go for the things I want. It's weird. It's so, I don't know how to really describe it. Every time I make like a small step, I take a very long break. And that's not really helpful for anyone, and it's not helpful for me. It's not helpful for me trying to get my dream. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to finish my painting, then do research on heartbreak. I think maybe I'll do also like maybe trying to fall in love. The painting that I'm painting right now focuses on being in love, I think. So I'm gonna try doing another painting of heartbreak, maybe love sickness, falling in love. I think the options are really endless for this whole love project idea. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think the next time you see me, you'll see me in the new apartment. And so that's gonna be very exciting. And that is all. And Thanksgiving is in 2 days. I already had my Friendsgiving a few days ago with my neighbors. Cooked a really big turkey. I'm pretty proud that I cooked the turkey. The turkey looked really amazing. I don't have pictures though. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving with their family, with their friends, and then I'll see everyone next week. And actually no, I will see everyone next week in my new apartment. Yay! Okay. And that was it. Peace.